Hey, good morning, Chavra. We're going to learn. We're in Shara Yichud Ve'emunah. We're on page 94. Today is the 8th day, excuse me, of Sivan, and we're going to learn the gateway to the unity and faith. Shara Yichud Ve'emunah. We're in the middle of chapter 1 of this section. In today's lesson, the creative energy. We're on page 94 in the Chayenu. The creative energy for all matter originates from the Asara Mamoris, the 10 utterances that are recorded in the Torah describing creation. But the letters of these utterances can be combined and manipulated in many ways in order to make many types of creations. Alter Rebbe will start by giving an example. So take, for example, if the word Evan, which is stone, Aleph, Vez, Nun, is not mentioned. Oh, Larry Stone. This is perfect. Evan, right? So stone is not mentioned in the 10 utterances of the Torah. It doesn't say your name in the 10 utterances of the Torah. Still, so here we're talking about a stone. How then can we say that letters of the 10 utterances are enclosed within a stone? Alpha BK, Nimsha, Chayus, La'evan, Ayidei, Tzirufim, Vichilufe, Oisiois. Nevertheless, life force flows to the stone from the 10 utterances by means of combinations and substitutions of their letters. So let's take Aleph, for example. Take an Aleph, and you take an Aleph could take the place of a Hey, since both letters are articulated by the same organ of speech and so on. A Vav and a Vez, a Samach and a Sin. So we can interchange letters, not we, but letters can be interchanged or transposed. Eskalulus biralo. Reish Lamed Aleph. Sha'orim panim va'achar k'may shekasu b'sefer Yitzira. So you have the Hey, the Aleph, which could take the place of a Hey, which are transposed in the 231 gates, either in direction or reverse order, as Sefer Yitzira explains. So that ultimately the combination of letters that forms the name, word Evan, stone, Aleph Vez Nun, descends from the 10 utterances and is derived from them. And this combination of letters is the life force of the stone. The main objective here is that we're saying that this simple inanimate object, as we were talking about yesterday, is energized and vitalized by Hashem when he created the world and continues now. Were Hashem to stop uttering those words of creation, the stone would simply disappear. According to what we're understanding here. And so too with all created things in the world. So Lashon HaKodesh, the Hebrew of the Torah, the holy language, was the language used in creation. Thus, all created things are directly affected by their Hebrew names, as well as by the component letters of their names. So whatever your name is, that's obviously a key factor in your existence in your life. The holy tongue is unlike any other arbitrary languages. The meaning of those words is the result of a mere consensus. Chair means chair because we named it a chair. But kisei in Lashon HaKodesh is very significant because it gives it vitality and existence. Hashemais nikroim shenikroim bahem Lashon HaKodesh hein oisius adibur hamishtal shlois mimadregos lamadrega basar v'amar shabbatayra. The names of all creatures in the holy tongue are the very letters of speech which descend degree by degree from the 10 utterances recorded in the Torah. Al Yidei hilufim usmurais ha'oises b'reish lamed aleph sharim b'raloh sharim ad shemagiyos u'mislavshis b'oises nivracha l'achayosei. So all the names of speech, all the names of the holy tongue are the very letters of speech which descend by degree by degree, from the 10 utterances recorded in the Torah by means of substitutions and transpositions. Some are interchanged, but they come from the 231 gates until they reach a particular created thing, and it becomes invested in it, thereby giving it life. This descent is necessary because individual creatures, unlike the more pervasive beings such as the heavens, earth, sun, and the moon, cannot receive their life force directly from the actual 10 utterances recorded in the Torah. You have all of the, talk about the sky and the water and the firmament and the light and the dark. Those are clearly articulated in the Torah, recorded, if you will. But from them, the life force issuing directly from them is far greater than the capacity of the individual creatures, meaning it's far too intense to serve as their life force. When it comes to a sun, you see that it's vast and very powerful. The sky, light, dark. When it comes to individual things, has to be tempered down. Is that a good word? Tempered down? Filtered down? It would be too intense to serve as their life force. There's They can receive the life force only when it descends and it is progressively diminished. So it's like tempered down, degree by means of substitutions and transpositions of the letters, and by means of gematrias, their numerical values. So the life force, and I just want to point out that it's not up to us to try to decide what those calculations are and how to figure out gematrias, and this is why the stone and the chair and then this person that, yeah, to try to figure out why this happened and why that happened, and it's really not. Here we even said earlier on that it came from Sefer Yetzirah. I mean, you're talking about Kabbalistic works that are way beyond our capacity here. But for our purposes, just that this is how it comes to be. The holy Kabbalists understand that. Sometimes they understand certain configurations, combinations, calculations, etc. But we trust that this is being taken care of by the higher authorities. The life force may be so muted that it reaches a created being not even through a transposition of letters, but merely through their numerical equivalent. Interesting. Until the life force can be condensed and enclosed for a particular creature can be brought forth from it. Once that happens, then this is what we call it in the Hebrew language, holy tongue. It becomes a vessel for the life force condensed into the letters of that name. Which has descended from the 10 utterances recorded in the Torah that have the power and vitality to create a being, something from nothing, and give it life forever. And why does it have the power to do so? For the Torah and Hashem are one. Just as God has the ability to create something from nothing, so do the 10 utterances of the Torah, which is a part of Hashem. So the takeaway, or not just a part, is Hashem. The takeaway is that the Hebrew letters are containers of godly energy. The name of an object represents a divine energy within that object. So that's why, back to the original line of today's Tanya Shir, Even represents the godliness which is within the stone. And you, Larry. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for joining.